International is a humanitarian-based organization that specializes in taking youth to third world countries and giving them an experience that they would never have had before.
The methodology that we teach, Inside Out Learning, teaches that it's all about one child at a time, and Stay International is all about changing the world one trip at a time.
Stay International stands for Strengthen All Youth, and we really think that our mission is to go out and not only help the kids that we're going into the third world countries to teach, but also the children that we're taking out into these areas. Gabby and I actually met on a humanitarian trip to Fiji 3 years ago, and one of the things we noticed was the lack of creativity and critical thinking skills in the school system. And we really wanted to come up with a way to really teach the kids how to think for themselves and to become more creative so that they can solve their problems on their own.
My mom and her friend about 10 years ago went to Africa and realized that the greatest poverty in the world wasn't lack of food or lack of water or lack of shelter, it was lack of knowledge. And so they created this methodology called Inside Out Learning that teaches creative and critical thinking skills and teaches those around the world how to solve their own problems rather than relying on others to come and solve their problems for them.
We started this company in early 2018 and started marketing for it, just getting the word out that we were doing a humanitarian trip to Fiji, and Gabby and I just bought plane tickets to come out, put our money on the line and try to come up with a good trip for all of the kids, and we ended up finding the perfect village and just pieced together really well.
So for the last 2 weeks we've been here in Fiji with our first group of 14 volunteers building shelters and homes for the Waivu village. We also had the chance to incorporate some of these techniques and skills, teaching them to the villagers but also to our volunteers.
I got into humanitarian work about 3 years ago after coming home from my LDS mission early due to depression and anxiety. And what I found was that serving others really helped with my mental health because it forced me to get outside of myself and really focus on others' needs that were far greater than my own.
I struggled a lot with depression and anxiety in high school, but the moment that I started serving, I realized that there's so much more that goes on in the world, and the less I focus on myself and the more I focus on others, the happier I feel. My mom, about 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with lung cancer, and her dream was for this methodology to go throughout the world. And when she was diagnosed with lung cancer, it prevented her from continuing to travel and teach this methodology. A few months ago, in December, the cancer took a turn for the worse and she ended up passing away. And I told myself after she passed away that I was going to do whatever I can to make not only her dream come true, but my dream of taking IOL throughout the world. Humanitarian work is hard and it's not always pretty and fun, but I really know that we're making a difference here, and that's why we started Stay International. We've worked so hard to keep it going because we know that there's people out there who are willing to change and are willing to listen to us and are willing to change their future for not only themselves but their future kids and grandkids. So if you'd like to learn more about Stay International, visit our website at stayinternational.com, or you can visit any of our social media accounts under Stay International, and you can learn how you can donate or volunteer or possibly come on future trips with me and Kaden.